Hello, you're welcome to Sports Extra on Made in Africa TV. And if today is the first time you're watching us, remember to subscribe to our channel. At any time we bring you more videos, you get the opportunity to also watch and comment. Today in our first story, we have a lot of stories coming to your way. In the Champions League, Juventus have been kicked out as Sevilla beat them by 3-0. And still in the Champions League, Chelsea, the Blues, have made it to the quarterfinals, and of course when you go to the EPL, Liverpool have sunk Arsenal after Arsenal enjoyed some winning streak. So the much anticipated game, which had gotten more publicity than any other match because of the recent sanctions placed on Chelsea owner Abramovich, saw a very cagey encounter and a dull start for Chelsea in the early beginning of the game. And of course, the display of skills till the ball controversially hit the knee before hitting Jorginho's hand in the penalty area. But referee David Massa gave a penalty to the home side at Lille and was nicely converted by Yilmaz Burak in the 38th minute. However, Chelsea kept going and gave out their best. Jorginho gave a sublime pass and was brilliantly converted by American and Chelsea forward Christian Pulisic in the added time on the 48th minute, giving him a chance to score against Lille in 2 successive games as he did a fortnight ago. In the second half, Yilmaz nearly made it 2-0. Made it 2 in the 50th minute. Interestingly, in the 70th minute, Chelsea defender and captain Cesar Azpilicueta converted him in Mount Cross to make it a 2-1 lead, also making him another goal scorer to score Lille in 2 different games, and his came in 2019. Now let's take a listen to Chelsea captain Cesar Azpilicueta as he talks about the game and his excitement.
Train the best we can, be ready for the games. We are coming, we are playing every 3 days, difficult games. We know how difficult is the Champions League, and tonight it was a difficult game. So, of course, we are happy to go through and to win the game.
And your goal wrapped it up, kneed it in nicely. It was beautifully done.
I just put the leg, and it went with my knee. Of course, I'm happy. It's not, I'm not very used to score goals. So obviously the winning goal and to go through to the quarterfinals.
I think the last Champions League goal was against Lille 2.5 years ago. So
yeah,
happy memories.
It was.
But yeah, after the penalty, you had to stand up to some pressure, didn't you, in that first half?
I think the first half we didn't start very well. I think they were very active. They had a lot of time to prepare the game. We knew that it was going to be difficult. Sometimes we play in the spaces. Sometimes we made as well a few mistakes. So we allowed them to counter-attacks. They are dangerous, but I think the reaction after the penalty was good. We scored before half-time, and
perfect timing, wasn't it?
It was the right time, because if you go 1-0 down at half-time, we knew that the second half would be very difficult.
Yeah, it felt a very different game coming out for the second half. But after the run of results, pretty impressive. You could have found plenty of excuses and reasons not to play well, this Chelsea side, but no sign of that at all.
That's not us. This group fights against everything. We know that we have to do the best we can on the pitch. That's what we do. We have our fans here. We are all together. We stick together in the difficult times, and hopefully we end up having a very good season.
And when a club and when the squad are in a difficult situation, it can also bring players even closer together, can't it?
Yeah, and that also the case of players not playing. It's everything outside the noise. That sometimes it would be maybe easier to just let it go, lose the focus. But as I said before, that's not us. We do everything we can that we have in our hands, and from there we have to keep playing every 3 days, difficult games, and hopefully have a good end of the season.
You're champions, that's motivation.
Of course, all joy for him in that particular interview. And then, of course, the Chelsea coach, Thomas Tuchel, former English player and Chelsea player and also Lille player, Joko, feels that Thomas Tuchel should be made a prime minister. Well, let's see what Thomas Tuchel said after the game.
Thomas, a big wave to the travelling fans there.
Brilliant.
Very satisfying performance.
Brilliant. And so nice that so many fans are here and took the travel and to support the team feels brilliant, because we're again in quarterfinals. It's a big step, and we showed again resilience and mentality and overcame difficulties. We did what was necessary and digged in. and got a deserved win. It's difficult here, and we did what was needed. So well done to the team.
And added satisfaction for you're dealing with so many different things at the time, sanctions,
yes.
complications.
But I tell you, I think like the Chelsea has this kind of culture within the club, within the building where we work every day. So what I found from day one is this like football first mentality. Everybody pushes the first team every 3 days to the limit. Everybody goes to the limit and is focused on football and football first. And then of course we try to implement an atmosphere, but this is the culture, and this culture is already installed, and this helps us now to focus when the times are difficult, when times are distracting, because it's already there. We don't need to install it now. And of course we encourage the players, and of course I feel part in all of this, but I'm also just a part, and that's why it feels so good that we can still produce results. I'm very proud.
Perfect timing with the equaliser.
Yeah, absolutely. Made things complicated. We're not so good in first half, not so fluid. The pitch was horrible, by the way, absolutely horrible. Made things very, very complicated for us. It's brand new pitch, but not ready to play on. Tactics were not so right today, even in the first 20 minutes, so I take the responsibility for that. And then it was more fluid, and within the moments where we started to play better, playing through the gaps, finding better spaces, exactly in these 2 moments, we were decisive and scored. So yeah, but it was very important to calm everybody down. We were a bit lucky with a post, of course, but these things happen.
I'll be talking to you, skipper Cesar.
Well, in other result, Juventus lost at home to Sevilla as they were beaten by 3-0, culminating into a total aggregate of 1-4. And finally, in the EPL, after a long winning streak, everyone thought that, Arsenal would have beaten Liverpool. Well, Liverpool are only ever one flourish from applying a decisive blow, and with the house last action, Sadio Mane could have inflicted one when he lifted over after controlling a long pass. Arsenal should have gone ahead soon after the rest when the game restarted, when Lacazette beating Alisson to Thiago Alcantara's and a cook back pass teed up Odegaard. The finishing touch is Odegaard's only evident weakness these days, and he allowed Alisson to recover, deflecting the shot over. Arteta leapt up and down along the touchline. Opportunities like that never come. Well, so this was what happened. Liverpool took their chance, and in doing so showed us now what happens when you fail to do exactly that. While the door to a title race had been left ajar from them on Monday, there was only the knowledge on Jurgen Klopp's mind that winning at the Emirates is a tall order nowadays. Now, that was evident during the first half when Arsenal were the better side, but the game turned after Martin Odegaard missed the host's best chance of the night. Within 8 minutes, Diogo Jota and Roberto Firmino had made him regret it, and Mikel Arteta was left to reflect on the margins that, as he had won pre-match, still exists between his team and those at the summit. For Liverpool, who were not at their best, a single point gap to the lead looks deliciously surmountable. And that will be all for our sports news here on Sports Extra, here on Made in Africa TV. Remember to subscribe to Made in Africa TV for more videos.